Oh my god, I need to turn this down before copyright strike happens. All right, let me put the link on. Join me. Hi, guys. For those of you guys who are joining live, or those of you guys who are watching after the live is already over, hello, hello. My name is Richard Reina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then you want to join the Reina family, hit the subscribe button down below. My social media will be linked in the description box, as well as the pinned comment section. And yeah, so today we're going to talk about Miss Charm, you guys, my standouts. I'm just posting this on my Instagram real quickly. Whew, okay, I have a whole list of people, but the way I'm going to do this is a little bit different. I'm not going to rank all the girls. I'm going to just talk about my standouts, and I'm going to talk about my top 6. The reason why I'm doing top 6, you guys might be wondering why top 6. The reason why I'm doing top 6 for my standouts is because, why am I doing top 6? Oh, because last year they did top 6 at Miss Charm, so I thought, okay, let me do top 6. Also, I'm using let me split screen this because currently I can't see the comments for some weird reason. So hold on, you guys. If you're commenting, give me 1 sec. I'm going to join it off of my I'm going to mute my laptop and I'm going to join it from my split screen. That way I can see everything. Right. From my split. All right, now I can see the chat, you guys. I can see the chat. Hi to the Reynas who are joining. Are you guys ready to talk about Miss Charm? Hi, Reynas. If you're joining, say hi in the chat. Don't worry. Don't be shy. Guys, I already have a pre-recorded video of this as well. So if you're not into the live stream and you're watching this afterwards and you want to see like a fully recorded video, no worries. That is also going to be available to you guys. I will post it later. But yeah, let's get into the Miss Charm standout list. If you guys have standouts for you guys' Miss Charm list as well, of course, feel free to put them in the chat. I also want to hear you guys' standouts, but this is going to be mine. Cosmo World. Hi, Jercel. Cosmo World? Cosmo World? What do you mean, Jercel? Okay, guys. So let me turn this fan down because it's a little bit. There we go. Let's talk about my list of standouts. I have quite a big list of standouts, or not too big, I guess. But like I said, if you're joining late, I'm not going to talk about the girls in terms of like this is like number 10, number 9, number 8. I'm only going to tell you guys the ranks for my top 6 because last edition did top 6. But let's start off with the standouts. So my standouts that are not in my top 6, these are just girls who I think would do well, but they're not in my top 6. They're not in my finales. Are going to be Albania, India, Philippines, Bolivia, Germany, Netherlands, and Ecuador. I think that's it. Did I miss anyone, you guys? Do you guys think I missed anyone? You're from Philippines? Hi, mabuhay, Jercel. Kumusta po kayo? Ako po si VJ if you're new to my channel. Okay, so these are my standouts, but these are not my top 6. I'll tell you guys my top 6 in a second. But let's talk about these ladies one by one. And also, as always, Reynas, feel free to put your guys' opinions in the chat. I will read the chat off. Of course, this is a live stream. I have a pre-recorded video of all of this as well. That will be a lot more streamlined. So if you're not into the live stream format, don't worry, because this is a lot more talkative. So if you're watching this after the live stream is over, I understand maybe you just want to get to the nitty-gritty and the meat of the content, and that will be in a separate video that I will make sure that I post. So no worries. Okay, let's start off with Miss Albania. So I think Miss Albania is really, really pretty. So when I was looking at Miss Charm specifically, I'll be honest, you guys, when I looked at last year's edition of Miss Charm, I was like, and I'll talk about this more in my pre-recorded video that I'll be posting on my channel later, but I was really kind of confused because it seems like, I'll be honest, I didn't really see Miss Brazil getting to where she got to, like as far as the crown. And this is no shade or disrespect to her. She's a beautiful woman. She's very talented, very intelligent. However, when I was watching it a year later, because I didn't really watch the full show, to be quite frank with you guys, until maybe about 2 or 3 days ago on my live stream, if you were there, I didn't see how Miss Brazil made it all the way to the finales. Both with her walking, and her speaking, I did not think she was necessarily the strong. I thought Dominican Republic was the strongest walker, to be honest, and she had the strongest passerella. So I was quite surprised to see that she did not advance to the top six. To be quite frank, I actually thought that Brazil maybe was the weakest of the walkers. So I was kind of shocked to see that she made it to the top six all the way to snatching the crown. But nonetheless, this is a year ago, so obviously I'm very happy for her. So congratulations to her. But it made it a little bit difficult to understand how Charm rather is being judged because I don't necessarily know if I agree with how the judging was done. So I think they're doing a combination of beauty versus like walking and talking. I don't know. It was the judging was a little bit all over the place for me personally. So I'm just going based off of my own opinion, not necessarily what I think the org may do. So Albania was a very beautiful girl, and I think that she will definitely at least make the top 20 for that reason, because I do think beauty plays a bit of a role in Miss Charm. It's not as it's kind of like if maybe Grand and Supra made a baby. That's kind of Miss Charm. We've only had one edition, so it's still kind of hard to feel it out. And then there was a huge hiatus in between. So we don't really necessarily have a lot of information to go off of when it comes to Miss Charm. So yeah, Albania to me was really gorgeous though. I think that she would definitely make a placement. So then let's talk about Bolivia. So Bolivia is super beautiful to me as well, you guys, but I feel like her styling is really what matters. For Miss Bolivia this year, I think she's gorgeous, but her hairstyling is going to make or break whether or not she'll keep advancing. And I know that sounds very superficial, but I do think Charm has some component of superficial, like a very superficial component to it, kind of like Supra, where they don't just completely write off the beauty of the girl. And so that's why I'm saying I think if Miss Bolivia sticks with a more like flared out kind of big bouncy waves, like pageant waves, I noticed that that really suits her like extremely well. So I would love to see Miss Bolivia with a type of styling, and I think that she will advance far into the competition. Her walking, there's not a whole lot of videos on her walking, to be honest, so I'm not sure how well she lends, but given last year's edition, I don't think you need to be the strongest walker ever. I think you just need to be good enough, and you can advance. So I liked Bolivia. Germany, I was really surprised. I obviously Germany has had a few good queens in the past, particularly or notably, I think Miss Universe Germany 2022 was pretty fiery. I think Miss Universe Colombia's national director took over Miss Germany. That's why they've been doing pretty like well in terms of the Passerella department. But this year's Miss Germany for Miss Charm, I thought was really gorgeous. I think she's really pretty, and I know some people have qualms with like fillers and enhancements. Personally, I don't care. I don't care if a girl has fillers or enhancements or anything. First and foremost, it's not my body, so I don't really care. But secondly, as long as it's good filler, who cares? And I think whatever Germany has had done, I think she definitely has had some filler, but it looks good. It's a good filler. Like it suits her, if that makes sense. So even though it's evident, I still like it. So for me, Germany was a standout in terms of her beauty. And again, I do think Miss Charm is a little bit more superficial than maybe other pageant systems, kind of like Miss Supranational. So for that reason, I think that perhaps she will do well at the Miss Charm competition this upcoming edition. Another standout was Netherlands. Kind of the same note, honestly, you guys. So nothing really new to say. Let's move on from her. But I think she's gorgeous. Ecuador. So Ecuador is actually Miss Universe Ecuador 2023. And I remember during her audition at Miss Universe, I was like, wow, this woman is very stunning, very tall relative to the other contestants. And I really loved her passerella. I really loved her energy. She's a beautiful girl. So I can definitely see Miss Charm Ecuador going at least into the first cut of the top 20, perhaps even into the top 10 into evening gown. And from there, we'll see. I don't know if she's improved in her speaking. I hope that she has since her stint at Miss Universe. But again, I don't think you need to be necessarily the strongest speaker at Miss Charm, just given last year's edition. I don't think Miss Brazil, she wasn't a bad speaker, but I don't think she was the strongest. I think Philippines was the strongest speaker. Indonesia took round one, and then Brazil took round two. In terms of second place, I think Philippines did the best both rounds personally. But that's why I'm saying I don't know where her speaking is at, but I also don't know how big of a deal speaking is for Miss Charm. So now let's talk about India and the Philippines. I know a lot of my viewers are from India and the Philippines. They're probably wondering, why do I not have them in my top 6 predictions as of right now, at least? Let me explain. I'll start off with India. So for India, I think Shivani is really gorgeous. I think she's a very unique look. I think she almost reminds me if you took like Amanda Dudamel and you took Miss Grand Myanmar. I know a lot of you guys don't like her, but she's really pretty. Let's be honest. If you made a baby, I feel like that's Miss Charm. If they made a baby, I feel that's Miss Charm India. Is that weird to say? I feel like she looks like a combination of both of their faces in the best way possible. She's a very unique beauty, but just like Miss Bolivia, the same note stands where her styling is very important. I think she's a great speaker. I like her pasarela. I like her walk. And I think she has a very different beauty, like I mentioned. But I really do believe that her styling is going to be super important in order for her to advance. So for Miss Charm India, I will say hair down. Hair down, absolutely. Maybe in a high pony, but truly, honestly, her hair being down is going to suit her face the best. That's when she looks the most beautiful to me. She looks beautiful regardless, but that's when she looks the most beautiful to me. And I definitely, for her evening gown, whatever she's wearing, I hope it's a gown that lends well to her hair being down because I think she looks significantly I think it enhances her features a lot more when she has her hair down framing her face essentially. And yeah, I love her beautiful eyes. I think her eyes are very unique. She has a very unique beauty. It's not conventional for sure. So I don't know how Miss Charm will feel about that. I'm not really sure what Miss Charm is, how they feel about conventional beauty because I do think that last year's winner was a very she definitely fit conventional beauty standards and she was very ambiguous. So for that reason, I didn't put Miss India into my top six because I don't know how they're going to feel about her more unique set of features and beautifully unique, I should say, set of features. And so for that reason, I didn't have her in my top six. So moving on from Miss Universe, Miss Charm India. Sorry, you guys, I'm a little bit under the weather. I forgot to say that I'm a little bit sick. So please excuse me if I seem exhausted or a little bit flustered. Like I'm not feeling the best physically, so that's why I'm a little bit like all over the place. Moving on is Miss Charm Philippines. So Miss Charm Philippines, Kayla Jean Carter is also really gorgeous to me. She's definitely, I mean, also has had a little bit of filler and things going on, but I don't really care. Again, filler does not bother me by any means. I think as long as it's done well, I think in her case, it's done really well. She's a beautiful smile, beautiful teeth, beautiful face, beautiful lips. I mean, she was on the Netflix show, I think, Too Hot to Handle. So you can't be on that show unless you're literally too hot to handle. And she very much is that. She's a very, very beautiful, very fiery, very baba boom. And she speaks really well. If you've ever heard Kayla Jean speak, you know she's extremely intelligent. That's not very surprising. She does come from Northern California. She represented Northern California at the last edition of Miss Universe Philippines, placing in the top 20. And North California, for a fun fact, if you're not from the US, the education system is like top tier, especially if you live in the Bay Area, San Jose, San Francisco area. So I'm guessing that's where she's probably from. So no doubt it lends to her speaking capabilities, and that's probably why she presents herself so well. So despite her looks, I know a lot of people might write her off as someone who might have trouble speaking because she's just so her outward beauty is just so overwhelming. So maybe people don't really think that there's much up here, but actually, if you ever have listened to her talk at interviews, talking is not her problem at all. She speaks really well. She speaks like even as intelligent as some of the contestants that you would find at Miss World, perhaps. So she's a really great speaker. Where my concern is, and the reason why I didn't advance her into my top six, I'm really a little bit concerned about her walk, specifically her pasarela. So why am I concerned about her pasarela? So at the Miss Universe Philippines competition, when she performed, I thought, wow, this girl's actually pretty good. She's advanced a lot. I remember in the beginning of her stint at Miss Universe Philippines, I thought, oh, her pasarela is not good. Actually, it was really not good. It needed a lot of work, if I'm being quite frank. And that's not me being mean. It's just me being honest. But I saw strides and improvements. And by the time the finale came around, I was really shocked and surprised in a good way about how good her pasarela had become. And then I saw that CJ Obiaza also helped train her. So I wasn't surprised. I thought, wow, like Kayla really improved her pasarela very quickly. And how did she do that? And I saw she did some work with CJ Obiaza, probably some other people as well. So it made sense when you're working with the best that you will improve quickly. So I think CJ being one of the best was a great option and a great person to go to for pasarela training. So I'm glad she took that up. And I actually thought during the Miss Universe Philippines competition, oh, maybe Kayla will advance to the top 10 because I was quite shocked by how much her pasarela improved. However, she got cut. And so when she got cut, I had to investigate. I had to ask myself, why did she not advance to the top 10? What was it about Kayla that the judges maybe saw that we were not seeing? So I said, let me look at the audience view because a lot of times, guys, the audience view will tell you a lot. It will tell you a lot of things that we don't see that perhaps the judges do. And if you see the videos from the audience view, and I'll try to see if I can find it for you guys while I'm talking to you guys right now because I don't know if I will, but I'll try my best to find it. But if you look at the audience view, you're going to notice that Kayla Jean's walk from the side still needed a little bit more improvement. She still had a bit of a like her legs were still bent. They were not straight. The extension was not completely there. She needed to extend her legs a little bit more. And that was really what I think kind of held her back from advancing or moving forward in the competition at Miss Universe Philippines. Now, it's been months since then, so who really knows where she is today? I haven't seen a whole ton of videos of her passerella training, maybe one or two here or there, but they're usually from the front, and she doesn't have a problem when you look front from the front. That's not her issue. From the side is where the issue is, and it shows kind of where improvement needs to be made. But guys, it's to be expected. She is new to pageantry. I don't think she's new to being in heels, but I think she's new to pageantry. And being in heels and standing in heels and walking around in heels is a lot different than being in a competition and actually showing off your passerella. They're not the same. So, we have to remember that. And here's the video. If you look at here, you will actually see what I'm talking about. Oh. Do you guys see how her legs are still a little bit locked? They're kind of like this versus this. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Just give it a good look. You'll notice that her legs, like right here even, they're not fully extending. Her poses are great. The physique is incredible. She looks amazing. But notice how when she walks from the side, there's still a little bit of room and improvement. Do you see right there how her knees are a little bent? So yeah, basically when she's walking, it's like this versus, does that make sense? Like the extension at the knees. Okay, so that's my point. I'm laughing at my demonstration because it kind of looks a little bit dumb. But yeah, that's where I want to see some improvement. And I'm guessing maybe the judges were able to see that and we couldn't as an audience because the video captured the contestants from a straight on view and straight on angle. So we couldn't see that. Now, before anyone comes for me at this live stream and says, how dare you talk about her? How dare you talk about her? There's a reason why queens have passerella trainers and they have Q&A trainers. It's to improve. It's because there's improvements to be made. It's not a bad thing, you guys. It's a thing that every queen has. If every queen was perfect, or if a queen was completely perfect, their passerella was perfect, Q&A was perfect, there'd be no need for trainers. The organization would not put money, time, and effort into trainers. And I know Jonas, I don't know him, but I know enough about him or through observation to where I'm confident he will train Kayla and have her wrinkle those things out and she'll be okay. So I don't have her in the top 6 for now, but let's see as the competition advances. If there's more videos that come out, maybe that will change. Let's get into who I do have for my top 6. So I'm going to go in order because the top 6 is what was called for Miss Charm last edition. So I'm going to do a 5th runner-up, 4th runner-up, 3rd runner-up, 2nd runner-up, 1st runner-up, and then I'll announce my winner. So for my 5th runner-up, rather, I have no other than Miss Charm Colombia. So yes, you guys, Miss Charm Colombia to me is very gorgeous, very beautiful. I think her passerella is really well. Not really well, it's really good, and so I think that will lend for her to get a position in the top 6 for sure. I think if she can make the top 20, which I assume she will, given the rigorous training of Colombianas at all pageant systems, I have no doubt that she's been trained at least well enough to get into the top 20. Her walk and her passerella is good enough given Miss Charm standards and given the last year contestant caliber, to where I think she will definitely at least make the top 20. And then from there, I think she'll advance the top 10 to the evening gown. And I think from evening gown, she'll easily make her way into the top 6. From there, I'm not sure about her speaking abilities. We know, unfortunately, sometimes contestants from the Latin American regions need translators. And based off of last year's translation, baby, let me tell you, last year's Miss Charm translator was horrendous. Not good. horrible, you guys. And I felt so bad for Miss Trump Colombia last year. It was almost like Miss Cosmo Peru this year. It was just not good. The translator was not even there. She was kind of, I think she was pressured to speak in English. And so that's why I'm a little bit worried for the queens who maybe I'm not sure how their proficiency is in English. So, yeah, that's why I put her as fifth runner up. It has nothing to do with anything else but that because I'm really worried that the competition itself is not prepared and equipped with that. And I've noticed that being a thing with pageants at Vietnam, which is kind of odd. They didn't even have a good translator for Miss Cosmo Vietnam, which to me was a little bit weird because they're literally in. Anyways, it's a whole different conversation. So for my fourth runner up, I have no other than Venezuela. So Venezuela is also very beautiful to me. I love her like strawberry blondish hair. I don't really know. It's like almost like a reddish, but not quite red. And I think it's a more natural red, and I think it suits her very well. I think she looks gorgeous with it. I definitely see her going far, and I think that she'll get at least fourth runner up. I'm not confident that she'll move past that, based or relative to the other queens that I have on my list further up. But I think she'll at least get a fourth runner up position. So for my third runner up for Miss Charm, I have on my list none other than Puerto Rico, Carolina Cumba. Oh, by the way, Miss Colombia's name is Vanessa Velasquez, and Miss Venezuela, shoot, I didn't write her name down. I'm so sorry. But for my third runner up, I have none other than Puerto Rico, Carolina Cumba. So Carolina to me is very gorgeous. Oh my gosh, she's really pretty, you guys. And also, I'm going to guess that she has a great command of the English language. Again, English language is not a requirement for these competitions, but we do know proficiency in English always lends well, and it kind of helps mitigate any type of risks when it comes to translation needs and a translator being faulty. And as much as I wish that wasn't a thing to consider, I think we do have to consider it because at the end of the day, it's just dependent on a good translator. And Miss Trump has not displayed that they have good translators on deck. So Puerto Rico being a part of the it's a U.S. territory, so for that reason, they do, to my knowledge, speak English fluently alongside with Spanish. So I think that she will at least be able to convey her thoughts a little bit better if she needs to default to English in the event that a translator is not there to speak and to help translate any type of Spanish that she may need. I think she'll at least be able to still convey her thoughts fine in English if she needs to. So given their relation with the U.S. So moving on from her, I have my second runner up. I know some of you guys might be a little bit surprised, but not really. If you guys know anything about this queen, or if you watched her stint at previous pageants, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise, to be honest. But I have Miss Charm USA as my second runner up. So yeah, Miss Charm USA is very gorgeous, you guys. She's a fiery Latina. I think she's Puerto Ricana. I think she's also of Puerto Rican descent. I'm not quite sure. I believe she was Miss Illinois, Miss USA Illinois 2022, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's from Chicago. Very beautiful girl, very business minded, very driven, very intelligent, speaks eloquently. So I can see her definitely at least making it to the top six, and from there, I do think that she will overtake at least a few of the other girls, snatching a second runner-up position. I could even see her honestly taking the crown home. My last three ladies, including Miss US Charm USA, and the next two I'm about to announce, it's really anyone's game at that point, anyone's crown to lose, in my opinion. Although I do feel very confident about my winner, and I will get to her in a second. So my first runner up is none other than Miss Charm Malaysia, Rashmita Rasendran. I think that she is gorgeous, you guys. She looks very tall to me, though I'm not really sure what her height is. She looks at least very statuesque. She looks incredible. I love her brown skin tone. I love her dark hair. Her eyes are gorgeous. Her smile is gorgeous. Truly, everything about this queen is just magnificent. Chef's kiss. Mwah. And I know Malaysians are very well spoken, so I'm not really worried about her. I think that she will perform very well at Miss Charm, and I can see her going far. And it's high time Malaysia gets a crown. So I would love to see Miss Charm Malaysia even win the title. I do again feel very confident about my winner. So for right now, I have Miss Charm Malaysia as my first runner up. But if there is someone who can snatch the crown from my predicted winner, I think that Miss Charm Malaysia is definitely the one who could do that. So I will say that much. I do think that Miss Charm Malaysia could snatch the crown, and I would love that. I would love to see Malaysia have a win. I don't know the last time they won beauty pageant. You guys, does anyone know? from my knowledge, it's been a while, so it would be good for them to have a win. I don't believe in just giving out crowns to give out crowns, right? But I think they have a great candidate, and if she doesn't place or she doesn't get high as I have her predicted at Miss Charm, then send her to Miss Universe. I think she'll be a great representative at Miss Universe for the Malaysian people. Last but not least, I have as my winner none other than, can we guess it, you guys? Miss Charm South Africa. Yes, you guys. Yes, you guys. Yes, you guys. I have Miss Charm South Africa as my particular winner for this year's edition of Miss Charm. I think she's absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I do think she did compete at Miss Universe South Africa, or rather, they just call it Miss South Africa. I do think she's a former contestant, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't quite recall. However, I don't care what she was. Right, she is right now is incredible. I can see her at Charm, Cosmo, Supra, Grand, Universe. Shoot, Senator Miss World. I mean, this woman to me is just a really well packaged, really well rounded contestant. Miss Charm South Africa, you are completely gorgeous. Honestly, it's the first time I have that tamarind green feeling from a country, not just because she's South African, but I truly, when I look at her, I have that same feeling that I had when I would look at tamarind green, which is just pure aura. Like she just has this angelic vibe surrounding her, like almost like a halo, I would say. She's just so gorgeous. I would love to see her, you guys, in a white similar to that of Miss Tamarind Green, Miss Universe South Africa 2018's preliminary gown. I think something of that nature would just be against her beautiful brown skin and her long dark hair. Oh my God, I think she would look absolutely stunning, you guys. So yes, Miss Trump South Africa is my particular winner. I think she would do incredible. I think that she can go far in the competition. And we know that South Africa produces some of the best well-rounded beauty queens in all pageant systems. They never disappoint regardless of their placement. They always have really high caliber, I can't speak, high caliber contestants. So we're always aware to be on the lookout for a Miss South Africa, regardless of what competition they're going to. And especially with this Miss Charm South Africa, it's no different. I read a post somewhere talking about, I don't know who made it. I wasn't paying attention too much. I was just scrolling about someone saying that it's a cooking show, that Miss Indonesia, Miss South Africa are gonna. I don't know about Miss Indonesia, but what I do know is Miss South Africa is not a cooking show. If she wins, it's because this girl, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we'll see during the finale, but just wait before we say anything about cooking shows too early, because I think Miss Charm South Africa is that girl. I really think she's the one, you guys. And South Africans, if you're watching this, if you stumble upon this video, I absolutely need you guys to send this lady to all your guys' pageant systems. Like, it's not a request. Like, it's a demand. Send this lady to all your guys' pageant systems. I promise you guys will come home with a crown. I don't know which one, but you'll come home with a crown for sure. Miss Charm South Africa is just the total package to me. And if Miss Charm does not take advantage of this woman's just well-roundedness, I don't know what to say. So yeah, that is my prediction, you guys. The chat is a little bit more quiet today than usual. I guess you guys just want to watch me speak, which is completely fine. But if you guys do have any comments, if you guys have anything you want to say or any suggestions, or you guys want to talk about anything else, please let me know. I know some of you are waiting for my wish list for Miss India. I think I'm going to do a live stream maybe tonight for Indians, like India time, like later tonight, because I'm going to go to bed. And then I'll wake up and it should be evening for you guys. But I'll put it on my Instagram. So follow me on my Instagram if you're not. It is Vijay Reina, the same as my YouTube channel name. And you will see all my stories when I post that I'm going live. So I will definitely have my wish list ready to go by tonight for you guys. And I will probably do a live stream, and I'll also do a pre-recorded video. I'll do both. That way, those of you who want to join the live and interact with me can. And then those of you who just want to see the pre-recorded video and get the fluff can go ahead and watch that without having to listen to me talk to my Reinas. So yeah, you guys, does anyone have anything to say? I feel like I'm in a classroom. Usually you guys are so chatty, but there's a few of you guys and no one's saying anything. Guys, where's my Reinas at? Knock, knock. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So if no one has anything to say, I think I'm pretty much done with my predictions list. Does anyone else have anything to say? It doesn't have to be Miss Charm related. It can be whatever. But if not, I'm probably going to end the live stream here soon. Yeah. Well, okay, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Miss South Africa, Miss Charm South Africa can take the crown, or do you guys have someone else as your predicted winner? If you have anyone. I know Miss Charm is not the most popular pageant, you guys. Oh my god, guys, Mr. International Indonesia. Oh my god. Cute. Very cute. Hi to South Africa. Did you see that my predicted winner is from South Africa? I think I'm going to mispronounce your name, but let me give it a shot at least, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Minele? No, Minelhe. I feel like I mispronounced that. I apologize. Go ahead and correct me. Can you type it out phonetically in the chat? I'm trying my best. I really am. But yeah. So, do we have any other countries that we think could potentially win? I really am confident about South Africa, though. I really think that she can take the crown. I don't know. If not, she better go to Miss Universe or something, because she's just really. I mean, I really do have this like Tamarind Green feeling about her. I don't know why. She just reminds me of the aura and the beauty and the glow and the radiance and the angelicness. That's not even a word of Miss Tamarind Green. Like, I'm very reminded of Miss Tamarind Green. So. What else are we guys thinking? The chat's super quiet today, Reynas. You guys are really shy today or something. Or do we have some new Reynas in the live stream that haven't joined before? Is that what's going on? Or am I just like, is it just a quiet day today? I think it's the morning too for you guys, right? Sorry, I'm responding to some messages. My requiem of a dream. Wow, this might be a short live stream, you guys. I will go live tonight then, for those of you who are not in the US. Tomorrow morning for those of you in the US, with my wish list for Miss Grand and Miss Universe India. But yeah, and I will drop maybe tomorrow US time, or maybe tonight. It depends on what plans I form tonight. I might be going out. I don't know. But if I don't go out, I'll edit my Miss Charms prediction video and I'll post that, so that way you can watch it with a little bit more context. I explain things a little bit more in that video, so I think you guys will get a little bit more details at least out of it. So even if you watch this live stream or you attended it, still I suggest that you go ahead and head over to that video when it's posted, because I do talk a little bit more extensively about things there. So my requiem. I think what I'm gonna do is I might go live in. I may go live on my Instagram. Talk to you guys over there if you guys want to join, but I'm not sure. Actually, maybe I should go live right now. A requiem of a dream. Oh gosh. There we go. Why's my face so red today? Guys, I'm also on my Instagram right now, so I can leave this live stream up if you want, but no one's in the chat saying anything. So actually, I think I should just end it. Okay, you guys, if you watch this live stream, thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. I'll be live on my Instagram. So go ahead and follow me or watch me on my Instagram because that's where I'm going to be going live from for now. So yeah, love you guys. And if you want to join the Random family, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Of course, I'll be appreciative of it, but if not, no worries. Also, go ahead and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, or this live a thumbs up rather. Be on the lookout for my next video, which will be my Miss Charms prediction list. And as well as that, you guys can find me on my social media in the description box down below, as well as in the pinned comment section as well. So if you want to interact with me, go ahead. Remember that I am on US Standard Time, so I'm not. I may respond a little late, you guys. So don't be alarmed, though. I'm going to go to my Instagram, though. So if you want to join my Instagram live, I'll be live there. Okay. So feel free to chat with me on my Instagram. My requiem of a dream. Oh, Lord. Bye.